So yeah, so what would horseshoe is that pick one player and tell me what action they did. Now, if you can't see what it's always, so what was the night do? Press. Okay, so Sienna said press. Okay? If the Knights go here, what player, what player, what player would actually be the yellow
number in your head, stick to it.
Zeta.
First 30 to 60 reps.
The yellow line.
You load on the floor. Maximizing that blood flow, maximizing the resistance. Then the last 6 to 8 reps, however many or less or more, we're going to do full range of motion. So we're going to do 10 sets of this, and it goes straight to downwards, just like last time.
Violet, do you agree
What's your right?
So initially, Athena had the 9 go here, and then she had to go here. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's pay attention. Grace. Athena. Yeah, so if the 7 gets the ball over here, the 9 moves into the space over here to be an option, right? And then now, what if, okay, so the 9 comes down here, the 9's pressing. What would you expect? What might be 11 do? Annalise. What might be 11 do? If she sees the 9, what might be the 11 red? So what might the 11 do seeing that this 9 checks the space?
Full range of motion.
Now,
4 to 10 reps. Whatever you can do. Full range.
I didn't ask you. Now, what? Okay, if the 9's pressing 7 here, and the 11's turn off, so the 11's turn off here. Skyla, what would the 11 yellow do? What would the 11 yellow do about the 7 or the 7 yellow? And Ellie Garcia, what was the 5 do about the 7? Skyla, I like the position. Okay, and then so what did we create in the yellow? Annalise, what did we create in the yellow?
Remember, on the decline.
And this is the process we should be going through.
Who's pushing on the decline?
In the game, are we
Maximizing the blood flow, not on the bottom back.
Even though we have 5 players.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
There's still diamonds.
You're right, so no messing around.
Hey, let's go out there. Oh, yeah, let's push.
You're not doing full range of motion the entire set. You're breaking that initial contraction you have, working out your pecs. We're here to isolate one muscle at a time, if possible.
Let's go back on the field. Let's go.
That second half of the push-up, work your arms, contract your arms. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to max out that pump with the pecs. Keep that in mind. So we'll save the full range of motion reps to the end to mimic the resistance you'd be doing on the bench press. At the very end, you're all worn out. You're able to lift less, but it's still that intensity of being on the bench. So we add on to that. Try to keep the breaks relatively short. After the first 2 sets, typically we'll take a longer break, because those will be the sets where you get the biggest pump. So it'll take a little bit longer to rest and repair. But we're getting right back to it. Try to conserve some energy for the diamonds. Anytime we're doing power chest day, we're gonna always try to hit at least 10 sets of the standard push-ups that we're doing. Whether you're on an incline, leveled out, or on the floor, we're gonna at least try to hit 10 sets every chest day. And then from there, we'll go on to diamonds and then possibly dips. But today, we're probably not gonna do dips. We're just gonna stick to these standard push-ups and then go straight to diamonds. Now, every 2 or 3 sets, if you want some variety being the spice of life. Right now, we're at a standard with grip. Then you can go wider, wide fly push-ups, and you can go more narrow if you want, or you can turn out the hands and work that inner lining of the pectorals from the top to bottom. It's up to you. But if you want variation, you can go ahead and change it. Right now, we're at standard. You can go a little wider, then you can go super wide. The wider you go, the more you'll be able to do. So it's harder to do a standard or closer to narrow grip push-up. Just keep that in mind. So over here, we like to work on our weaknesses first, not our strengths. So we try to start out with a more narrow grip while we're fresh on it. A few more seconds, we'll get right back to it. So y'all having a beautiful, blessed day. I get right to it. There's a little soccer group over here, so I have to start it. But we're right back at it. Right back at it. Leaving no static, baby. Let's go. Get ready to go back on down. I'm about ready. That pump is still there. You want to start every set with at least a slight pump. Get that blood flow working, but not having it stay stagnant. Just be consistent. Let's go. Put the number in your head. Try to pass it. Try to stay with it. So short. Don't be in your head about it. Just go. Full range, 4 to 10 reps. You can do more, do less, do less. Go to your last rep, go to failure. That was 5. First set, around 70, low to the floor. And a good 6, full range of motion. Do what you guys can. You guys surpass me, that's beautiful. That's what I want. You show up. One, do some jump ropes. You want to stay still. I don't need that right now. Jump rope, leg raises, jumping jacks. Do what you want. Do what you feel. And conserve my energy. Later on, we'll include burpees, but for now, we'll let people catch up. Let people gain the strength. Watch the videos, watch the streams. Maybe a couple months down the line, we'll add in some burpees. You might even have a burpee day where you do at least 100 to 200 reps, about 8 sets, 25 each, 25 reps each. Remember, going into every next set, you want to keep a slight pump, that blood flow working. Keep that blood flow working. So that way you can catch the previous pump you had without exhausting yourself doing more reps. But again, you got to do the extra reps, do it. It is what it is. We're doing calisthenics. This is not for the weak. Alongside with strength training, alongside with resistance training for muscles, we're working out our cardiovascular. We're working out our lungs, expanding them lungs, lung compression. It is what it is. That's calisthenics. That's why most people, they don't want to do it. Most people just want to hit heavy weights in the gym, 8 to 12 reps. But they're not putting in that cardio. They're not putting in that lung power. Over here is different. Over here we teach discipline. 2 more seconds, get right back at it. I still got a mean pump, boy. Showing you don't need much. When you do it on the decline, you're adding more resistance, but at the same time, you're working up that upper chest, which you typically don't work on a standard bench. We're doing standard push-ups, working that top chest. So now we can evenly build the whole pec, that top to bottom. All right, get right back down to it. I got maybe 30 to 40 again. All right. Breathe from the stomach, in the nose, out the nose. No mouth breathing. I know some of y'all got allergies, whatever the case may be. Try to breathe in the nose, out the nose, from the stomach. Babies breathe from the stomach, which they're properly breathing. Coming out the mother's womb, they're breathing from that umbilical cord, from the stomach, not the lungs, from the stomach. That's where the breath of life starts. Let's go. Right to and train properly to know how to breathe. Let's go. I got maybe 4. Let's go. 4 range of motion. Like break up the top, back on down. Set 3. 104. So at that last rep, at the last rep, my butt was tucking in. My back, my butt, my glutes were slouching downward. Try to keep them hips, try to keep them glutes up, slightly above the neck and head. Add more compression onto the upper part of the pecs. Take another good 30 to 45. and we'll get right back on there. After this, each set, going on set number 4 and up. We'll try to hit at least 20 to 30 reps each set. Stick to whatever number. Mark it. That way, every chest day, you know if you're making an increase or not. If you're building power, remember, over here, we're about building power, strength, and speed combined. So every 4-day cycle, whenever we hit chest pain, around 4 to 5 days, you want to be making some kind of improvement. If you don't do more numbers, you want to feel stronger. At least feel stronger, feel like it was easier to do. So that way, when it gets too easy for you, you up the reps. It might get down to a point where you got to wear a vest, but you never have to. You just always got to up the reps. Remember, doing calisthenics, you're working out a lot of cardiovascular work, a lot of cardiovascular muscles, especially the lungs. So people don't want to put in them extra reps. Over here, we're about putting in that extra work. It is what it is. Say 20, 25. Going on set 4 and up. Stick to that number. Try not to go beneath it. Try to do that number now for every set until you hit 10. Typically, your first 3 sets, you'll be able to do the most after that. Just try to stick to a number. Same one. 20, 25 for me. Let's get down on there. Get right back at it. Stay pushing. 5 minutes. Straighten out the wrist. Left tweak on the wrist. Nice wear and tear on the wrist. Set 5. Try to keep the fluids, water, hydration drinks. So after the workout, if you're dying, go ahead and take your sips. Other than that, we'll build discipline over there. Keep the fluids, hydration for after the workout. A few more seconds. Set 5. Almost halfway there. Still got a couple diamond sets. However many we can do. If you can do more, do more. At the end of the 10, we got some diamonds. On the decline, your ultimate goal is if you start out standard push-ups, whether leveled out or on the floor, your main goal is to get to a decline push-up. You might start out low, and you'll go to this point, and if you can, you'll go higher. But get your push-ups to a point where you're working out both the bottom and top portion of your pectoral muscles. That way you don't got to go back and forth from the level to an incline, bench, or whatever. So, let's go right back down there. Set number 5. Let's go back down there. I got 20 in mind. 20 low on the floor, 2 to 4 full range of motion. Let's get it. And then to it. Get back at it. Stack. Top, go back down, finish off strong. Chest is makes you feel stable. At this point, the shoulder's going to be aching. Mine are, especially my left. About halfway done. You don't need much chest work when you're doing this. Remember, keep them elbows tucked. Your elbows are going to naturally want to flare out. Keep them tucked in. That way you prevent injury. You're not overstraining the delt, shoulder joints, ligaments. Keep them elbows tucked. Prevent them injuries. I got another 20. Quick 20 ball. Let's go. Shoulders aching. Ears might be true. Okay. Low to the floor, low to the ground. Keeping that tension. Keeping that compression on your front delt. So that's first and foremost the pectoral muscle. Talking about doing it on the decline. Full range of motion, however many reps you can do. Finish off strong. I believe that was set 5 or set 6. Going on 6 or 7 now. More than halfway done. Let's go. After that 10 set, diamonds. You got wider grip diamond. Okay, not too wide out, not too narrow, but a good balance. Find that balance. And you got more narrow, and you got straight diamonds. These, of course, the more narrow you go, the harder the diamond push-up is going to be. So keep that in mind. If you're intermediate, at the starting beginning stages, go more wide out. Then the stronger you get, the more powerful you get, you can come closer to fulfilling that diamond.
This is my race, guys. Elliot, I already called that. You are over here, so why did this one's
A few more seconds. My left shoulder is aching. So keep that in mind. If one of your shoulders is aching more than the other, your weight distribution might be off a little bit. Make sure you balance everything out. Keep that in mind as you're doing your reps during each set. Balance out your weight distribution. That's very important. Make sure your push-up stance, you should be using push-up stance. You shouldn't be on your bare palms. Straighten out wrists as much as possible while keeping that balance, making sure things aren't too wide out at an angle. Everything's got to be the same on each side. If you don't, you'll eventually build a pec bigger or larger than the other. You don't want to do that. You want to have everything balanced, everything proportional. Say 2 more seconds to get back down. I'm tired. We can stop there. We got good enough pump for the day. We're gonna keep going. You want to tear them fibers at the molecular level. Make sure you're getting the rest too. Proper rest, at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. If you need more, get more. If you gotta go to sleep earlier, go to sleep earlier. Make those sacrifices you gotta make. And teach discipline over here. Discipline. You're nothing without it. All right, get ready to go back down. This will be, I think, set number 6, if not 7. Let's say 6. Let's get going. Keep going. It's okay if we do an extra set. As long as you're not causing injury, it ain't gonna hurt. Let's go. You might feel some pain. But it's definitely gonna benefit you. Feel the burn. That's what I mean by the pain. Let's go.
Okay, here, I'm gonna do something about password. So, you know,
Top of the second win on that one.
I didn't get another pool.
Got my second win. Sometime midway through the session, you get that boost.
You went right through there.
Catching myself mouth breathing. Gotta breathe in the nose, out the nose, from the stomach, from the belly button. Get that oxygen filtered out throughout the body, throughout the bloodstream. Going on set 7. Give it a few more seconds. Get back down there.
Annie, what? Yeah, come over here.
If you want by now, add that variety, go a little bit more wider. Obviously, you're going to be losing strength at this point. We're on our 7th set. So if you feel like you need to, I don't feel like I need to, so I'm not going to. But if you want, go ahead and widen out that grip. And then 2 to 3 sets on down, widen it out more. Not too wide, that's problematic. Keep it at that proper balance, proper proportion. That's what that's all about. Ten more seconds, get back down. Remember, going on to each set, let's keep that pump, slight pump going. Have that blood flow working still. Let's not lose it. You'll get your pump back every set at a less amount of reps. That's the goal. Get it. I still got 20. 20 on up. Lower the floor. What's y'all got? Set a number. Stick to it. Full range of motion. I got 2. Slight break at the top. Get your breath. Back on down. Going on to 8. Set 8. Let's finish up strong. We still got diamonds. Still got a nice pump. Most likely, if you're doing bench work, you'd be done by now. You wouldn't be able to keep that pump going and muscle fibers extending out, spreading out, expanding. That's what this is all about. But you need that extra blood flow, so that's why we're putting in the extra reps. You got dudes coming out of jail, coming out of prison, swole, straight jack, solid muscle, power muscle, speed and strength. Why? Because they're putting in them extra reps. They don't got a bench for the most part. Most jails and prisons, they don't got a bench, but they come out jacked and swole, solid muscle. Not just someone who eats all day and lifts heavy. Yeah, you're gonna get big. That don't mean you got solid muscle. It's about building dense, solid muscle and fibers being tight, but also keeping flexibility too. We're about balance over here. Few more seconds, we'll get back on down. Set number 8. Get your mind ready for it. Hopefully you're sticking to that number after that 4th set. Pick a number, stick to it. The last 3 to 6 reps, you always got to be hard, especially doing calisthenics. You got to feel that burn. You got to feel that pump. Maximize your blood flow. You can't emphasize that enough. Sounding like a broken record, but oh well. Maximize your blood flow, which maximizes your pump. That's why we like to say to failure. If not to failure, the rep before you feel like, or the rep, your last rep should be the rep you feel like you can't do anymore if you try again. So that's what we're going for. Keep going till you can't anymore. Some people consider that failure, some don't. Do what you can though. You got the other set of failure where you do a rep, it's your last rep, and you can't finish that rep. That's also considered failure too. But I'd rather proper form, you finish that last rep. If you actually literally fail, take a slight few seconds to rest, then get back down there and restart that rep. Finish that rep though all the way. Complete that rep. Couple more seconds, we're back on down. Set number 8. Get right to it. No messing around now. Clock in. Clock in and lock in. No games. No games. Maybe 2. Full range of motion. We did low to the floor. Do that full range of motion. Maximize resistance. You're already tired. Set number 9. Take a few seconds. Get back down. So we got about 2 more sets. If you could do more, do more. But after this, we're going straight to diamonds. I feel like I don't need dips today, so I'm not going to do dips today. I'm leaving that out personally for myself, but if y'all want to do that, you got the energy, you got the power, the strength, go ahead and do it. It's up to you. If you could outdo me, outdo me. You ever feel like you need to do way more than 10 sets for any of these calisthenic movements that we're doing? You're doing something wrong. Each set, you're probably not reaching the amount of reps you could reach. You're not pushing yourself. Typically, you don't need more than 10 to 12 sets for each exercise. Really, most times if you're doing it properly for each muscle group, especially if you're isolating that muscle group, you're isolating it 10 times in a row. Maximizing that blood flow. You shouldn't need more than a few more seconds. Back on down. My shoulders are aching. As should yours. Remember the first few reps, keeping that tension, keeping that resistance low to the floor on your pecs, your front delts. Then your last few reps, full range of motion. elbows tucked. That's why a lot of people have issues doing bench press or doing their push-ups in this manner with this kind of grip, with your palms facing out like this, because ultimately your elbows being flared out, you're putting a lot of wear and tear, stress, and strain on your shoulders, on your ligaments, your socket, your joints. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to do this for the rest of your life. So in order to do that properly, you got to have them elbows tucked, doing push-ups. Can't emphasize that enough. I definitely caught my second win doing these. I can still do another 4 sets, but we still got diamonds. So let's get right back at it. Set number 9. Show me what y'all got. Two. Full range. See if I can finish it. Go to the top. Could have probably did another rep, but I might not have been able to complete it. So stay at that. Set number 10. Last one. Make sure you finish off strong. Give it another 15 to 30 seconds. Get it right back down there. Finish strong. After this set, we're going straight to diamonds. 2 to 4 sets. We'll call it a day. That'll be our power chest load. You don't need much doing all these reps. But again, most people won't show up to this rep party. Calisthenics, bodybuilding, it is what it is. Yeah, a lot of dudes who do calisthenics, they got bigger chests. A lot of bodybuilders showing you it's not about that heavy weight. It's about that resistance. How you're controlling it, that discipline you have. So you max out your reps. Maximize your sets, your blood flow, which therefore tears your muscle fibers rapidly, more rapidly than the bench will, but at the same time too. That blood flow is you're repairing a lot faster. You're doing more cardio, so you're getting in more oxygen. Therefore, you're repairing and healing a lot faster. So you're building more power, speed, and strength. It's not about size. Ultimately, doing calisthenics, you're going to build dense muscle, what they call sleeper bodies. 20s, 24. See what we can do. 80, 30, if I can push it, load the floor. Then last 2, 6 to 8 reps. At this point, you should be maybe at 8 reps, full range of motion at the end, at the most. Let's get back on down there. You got diamonds after this, so conserve your energy. Keep them fluid, them hydration drinks, keep that water away. So after the workout's done, have some distance. That was a failure rep. We're getting back down there though. Slight rest. That was about 30. 30 low to the floor. Going back down there for 1. Then about 3 to 4 full range of motion. Let's go. Showing you I'm working too. We ain't just talking about it over here. We're showing and proving. Showing and moving. Probably got one more. I said 2 to 4. I lied. Slight rest. Diamonds. That was a prime example of going to failure. That last low to the floor rep. Ready to finish. Then right after that, slight rest, going right back down, finishing up the reps I wanted, going after it. Ooh. And I'm thirsty too, boy. I got a cold ass water in the car. Don't hold off on that though. Don't hold off. Two sets of diamonds. That's all I got today. I'm gonna stop here if I want to. We're gonna go ahead and do these diamonds. I'm not gonna go out too wide, but I'm not gonna go all the way narrow. Slightly out of bit at this range, this position. Don't go too wide out, flaring. Don't go too narrow with the elbows tucked. Naturally, with push-ups, military press, standard and wide flies, we're gonna keep them elbows tucked always. But when it comes to diamonds, naturally, this would be going against the grain, and so too flared out. So you got to find that balance, which is around this area right here, whether wide or narrow. All this matters so you're not that person 5 years, 10 years down the line saying that you don't work out anymore because you hurt yourself. With preventing injury. All excuses. If If you do it properly, you can do push-ups for the rest of your life. You can do calisthenics work for the rest of your life. You can work out for the rest of your life. But it's got to be done properly with the right form. There's no excuses. You got 70, 80-year-old bodybuilders, jacked, ripped, 5, 7, 8% body fat. There's no excuses. Not whatsoever. Diabetes. I got 10 to 12. Go to the floor, same. Less reps, full range of motion. Maximize your blood flow, maximize your pump. Could have waited longer to start that set. Wasn't fresh, but that's all right. Try to keep a slight pump going into every set. It's okay if you struggle. It's okay if you shake. Just get it done. Just get it done. Show up. Saw that last rep. I was struggling, boy. It is what it is. That just means we're working. Let's finish up this last set. Let's try to hit 12 reps. Y'all pick a number. Stick to it. Rep on the floor. 2 full range. Give it another 30 to 45. Back on down. Almost at the hour marker, so we're good. Take 15 to 25 seconds. Tired. Y'all want to begin this last set? Go ahead. Feel free. I want to slide a longer break. I want to hit 12 reps. 12 reps. Low before. I got that number set in my mind. If I fail, I'm going to still finish out the low before. Then the last 2 reps, full range of motion. All right. 12 reps, low to floor. After that, 2 reps, full range. Keep that tension on your upper back, down to the lower, your front delts. That's what them low to floor do. Then we'll do full range. We're done talking. Let's go. Find that proper proportion. Proper position of hands. Two more. Back on down. Let's get to it. All right. This is Daily Training Live signing out. Hoping y'all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Let's keep it pushing. Coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow we got power back, or if I feel like taking a rest. No break days, no rest days over here. We're doing straight core, straight abs. So we might do abs tomorrow, or we might go straight to back. Starting that 4-day split again. Chest, back, arms, and legs. Recycle. If we feel like we need a rest, again, we'll do abs for the day, we'll do core for the day. Other than that, there's no rest days over here. Signing out. Stay strong, keep pushing. Never stop till the end. I'll see y'all later.